Welcome to Gematria Goodies. Today I want to talk about an interesting tradition, legend within the Jewish community, that there are 36 secret righteous people, tzaddikim nishtarim, 36 righteous people. They're secret, and they actually need to remain secret. But these 36 righteous people, because they're around, and because there's 36 of them, as long as there's 36 of them, the world continues to exist. They preserve the world. Let's go to Isaiah 30 and verse 18. Isaiah 30 and verse 18. Therefore, the Eternal will wait, that he may be gracious to you. Isaiah 30:18. And therefore he will be exalted, that he may have mercy on you. For the Eternal is a God of justice. Blessed are all those who wait for him. Blessed are all those who wait for him. And for him, in the Hebrew, is Lamed Vav. Lo. You can pronounce it L-O-W. Lo. So you could maybe put a comma there and say, blessed are those who wait. Lo. The 36. Blessed are the ones who wait. The 36. Those who are waiting for the kingdom of God. Those who are representing the kingdom of God. Let's go to Luke, the 23rd chapter and verse 50. And here we see Joseph of Arimathea, a wealthy man and a good man. Luke 23 and verse 50. Ladies and gentlemen, I was once at a gathering in Simi Valley many years ago. I was at a gathering in Simi Valley. I was moving from Southern California to Central Florida, where I live at present. And at that gathering were people who attended in various congregations. It was, you could say, an inter-congregational meeting. And I was giving a Bible study at the time. And a great evangelist stood up, a great biblical scholar who has since died. And he said to the group that was there, because they were coming from different fellowships all together to hear my talk. And he said, we do have something in common, he said. We are all, like Joseph of Arimathea, waiting for the kingdom of God. I was very moved by that comment. I want to go to Luke 23:50. Now behold, there was a man named Joseph, a council member, a good and just man, verse 51. He had not consented to their decision indeed. He was not part of the plot to turn Jesus over to the Romans for execution. He was from Arimathea, a city of the Jews, who himself was also waiting for the kingdom of God. And he was the one in whose tomb Jesus was placed. So he was waiting for the kingdom of God. So these 36 are special people who are representing God's kingdom. And because of them, the world is preserved. Let's go to Matthew, the 24th chapter, and verse 22. And unless, we're talking now about the great tribulation to come before the coming of the Messiah, the second coming of Christ. And unless these days were shortened, no flesh would be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days will be shortened. The elect's sake. Because there are an elect, God saves this world. There's hope for the world because there is a church of God. There are people who are preparing to rule this world under Christ and to make it into a Garden of Eden. And the legend, of course, among the Jews is that there are 36 righteous people, Lamed Vav. You see, Lo, for him, equals Lamed Vav. It's Lamed Vav, and Lamed Vav is 36. Lamed is 30, Vav is 6. So we have the 36 righteous people. Now, does this legend have a relevance for Christians? It does. I want to go to Revelation 7. Revelation 7. You see, because there is a church, this world is going to be spared. Because God has chosen certain ones to turn things around. As I said, to turn this world into a Garden of Eden. So therefore he will spare this world. In Revelation 7, verse 3, it talks about an angel here. What does the angel say? Saying, do not harm the earth, the sea, or the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God on their foreheads. Verse 4, and I heard the number of those who were sealed, 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel were sealed. So here's a special group in the end time of 144,000 who are protected from God's punishment when he punishes those who have been persecuting the church and oppressing human beings. Before he does so, there is a certain chosen 144,000 of the people of Israel who are protected. And you know what's interesting about this 144,000? It's 4,000 times 36. It's 36, in effect, groups of 4,000. So that is interesting. So there's a kernel of truth in the legend of the Lamed Vav, because it ties in with the fact that in the end time, there will be a special select 144,000 who will play a very important role in God's plan. So I believe I have given you, with this talk, another Gematria goodie.